The Sharks have knocked out the champions. Cronulla 32, the Cowboys 20.
Gallen, oh, scrum base play, Barber. Barber scores. Fafita tries to crash his way over, he does. Fafita got the ball over the line.
This is it, baby, this is us. This is us, come on.
Into that game, just the emotions when I was on the ground, hitting the ground, and yeah, that was just everything. That was like 18 years or 16, 17 years, whatever it was, just culminating in that moment, and that's what the game's all about, winning a premiership. So it made it all the more sweeter, that's for sure.
The party will continue for quite some time. The pitches are just electrifying, as you'd expect. 50 years of a drought. There was nothing but dust in the trophy cabinets. Last night, they won the premiership.
He's just a competitor. I think that's why he's hung around for so long. He really is a competitor of the game and still holding his own.
3 weeks ago I was in hospital, I couldn't walk. I watched them like beat Canberra. I was crying on the lounge, I was just so proud of them. Oh my God. They are the best blokes I've ever liked. They are so good. They are so good.
Paul Gallen has done everything. He's captained his country at one point, he's captained New South Wales. Won a premiership for Cronulla. There is nothing that he hasn't done in the game. So this is another milestone. He becomes the 11th most capped player in NRL history this afternoon.
Out of everyone I've coached, he's probably one of the most fiercest competitors I've been involved with. But the thing that's nice about knowing that you're on the field with Gal or you're coaching Gal is his reliability.
How strong is this bloke? He is a rhinoceros. Gallen gets over for Cronulla. He gets across as easily as you like.
He's saying with all the new technologies and all that stuff, he's feeling fresher and younger every day, and he does everything after the game perfectly and makes sure his body's intact, and that's why the player he is. That's why he's played so many games and in one of the hardest positions on the field.
Takes away the ball, Gallen will score!
Just a competitor. That's probably. If you ask anyone about his personality, that's his biggest trait. He just competes on everything. Like still to this day, he's, like we said, the oldest player in the comp, and he's not as fast as he used to be, but when he lines up for them sprints, he still thinks he's in the race, and he'll give it 100%, and the way he competes is second to none.
Held up to Gallen, who just burst through.
Waiting for Cronulla to win a grand final is like leaving the porch light on for Harold Holt. The light is still on.
So what happened was my best mate, since being 5 years old, 30 years we've been mates for. Anyway, we're literally driving into the ANZ Stadium on game day, and this text comes through on my phone. As soon as I hit the ping in the thing, I'm like, oh my God, who's doing this? Like, who's doing this? And it was my best mate, and he said, don't forget when you win the comp, tell them now you can turn the porch light off. And I was so angry. I've never been so more. I was just filthy at him. I deleted the text straight away, and I was just so angry. And like, he's all about reverse psychology too. I'm thinking, if he's like put the jinx on me or something, I was just so angry.
And to all you people back in the Shire, turn your porch lights off because we're coming home with a trophy.
There would be a sense of relief, the fact that he's finally done it, that he had so much pressure on his shoulders for such a long time. But I think just happiness, really. Happy for all the fans, happy for the club, and all the things that the club went through in those dark days of his career.
I was very conscious at the end of the game of making sure I thanked all the former players and the players that have bled for this club, and then all of a sudden I turned to ET and it just happened. It was just like it was meant to be, and so to turn and see him in that moment and just the emotions come over both of us was something pretty iconic.
Probably 4 or 5 years ago I can remember being in the dressing room and Gal had gone, I think 200 games or something like that, and you looked up and you said to me in the dressing room, I'm never going to get your record.
Good surge by Gallen.
Sharks get a roll on.
I had a chat to ET was one, and look, in ET's credit, he never convinced me or tried to convince me to stay at Cronulla. But that was one of the lines he said. Being a one-club player is something special, and to be able to win the first premiership there would be the biggest thing for the Shire ever, and it's proven to be at the moment.
To be consistently so strong for so many years, he's done it all, and he can sit back now, and the legacy he leaves is a very loyal clubman, a person who's very passionate about the Cronulla Sharks, and so he should be.
He pins the ears back for the corner.
Now quick play the ball, Gallen's over try, Cronulla they're back in it. The jump is on, the rake is on, Gallen! Paul Gallen scores for Cronulla.
He'll never be forgotten. It's one of those things that you aspire to be a player like him. I know all forwards coming through, and I talk to all my young blokes at the moment at the Sharks that if you want to emulate someone, look at Paul Gallen and what he's done. He was told he'd never make first grade and all these other things at the beginning of his career, and now he's the best most games at Cronulla Sharks.
He gets the best out of the blokes playing with him. Young guys coming through, I've seen him talk to them and get the best out of them, and hopefully I think that he does a lot of work and bring those guys' careers along and making them the best players they can be.
Straight through goes Gallen.
Side Gallen, straight past McWilliams, fullback to beat. He's trying to link with Cavell. He may not need him. He doesn't need him, and Paul Gallen puts the exclamation mark at the end.
They've turned it back on the inside for Paul Gallen, and off the back of some pressure.
Back to Gallen. He reaches out and scores.
This is amazing for the Sharks. Gallen has gone over.
Gallen throws the dummy. Smith had come out, and they're in again. 2 tries, and this time it's Paul Gallen.
He's played hard, both sides of the ball. Most games, 20 carries, 30, 40 tackles every game. So it's a tremendous achievement. First of his longevity, the high level he's played, and for a lot of those years he was doing it tough down here at Cronulla. They were out of the 8. They were always down the bottom of the table. Gal was the sole representative player, the captain of the club. He almost carried the club single-handedly for some of those years. So it's a tremendous achievement, and ET for so long has been such a legend in Cronulla and around the club. And I think Gal passing that mark, really sets him atop of that. He's a Hall of Fame forward, 100%.